Hello, my name is Russell Myers. Welcome to Issues Unite. So, the situation in Texas is actually going to get worse. I'm very much feeling for the people that are there right now. But people expect that once the freeze is over, that the problems that Texas is experiencing will all be gone. And that's not the case. Right now, water supply pipes are freezing and bursting. And if you've ever lived in a cold environment, you may have experienced this kind of thing before. One of the big problems with Texas is that at the state and municipal level, the building standards do not require that pipes be buried as deeply as in a state that regularly experiences hard freeze, like New Mexico, Colorado, on up north. Northern states regularly require pipes to be buried much deeper and with different standards. And Texas doesn't have the same standards for this. Something that is not evident just yet is they're probably going to wind up with massive sewage problems because the sewage pipes are also not buried as deeply as colder states. So there's no doubt that sewage pipes are currently already bursting, but it's just not evident as yet because you don't have the inflow from the supply side. So once the thaw begins and the inflow from the supply side increases, that's when they will start seeing the effects of the sewage pipes breaking. Now, admittedly, sewage pipes break less often than supply pipes because sewage pipes, to a limited degree, generate their own heat. It's like compost. But yes, sewer pipes absolutely freeze. And like I said, anybody that lives in a colder environment can tell you this. It absolutely happens. Even if it is less common, it still happens. Within hours of the power crisis going on there, the rolling blackouts, the energy companies were blaming windmills. Well, you can find articles from 2010 from Antarctica where New Zealand built a massive wind farm in Antarctica, and those are working just fine. Canada has no problem. Germany has no problem. But they install heating elements in their windmills. And windmills only account for 10% of the energy supply in the areas that have been affected in Texas. So, when you're losing, when you're losing half of your electrical supply, you can't blame it on 10% of the electrical supply. No, a large part of this is that Texas is not connected to the national supply grid, and Oh, no, we're Texas. We're independent. Yeah, yeah, you're independent. Texas also objected to assisting other states like New York when they got hit by hurricanes and so forth and so on. But yeah, but now they're sure not declining the federal assistance that has been approved for them at this point. Yeah, they'll take the money, but they don't want to offer help to someone else. So I'm not saying that this is from the people of Texas. I'm talking about the government of Texas. I'm from Texas. I never had any problem with helping other states that were going through a crisis. And nobody in my family, nobody I knew growing up, or as an adult, would have complained about helping another state when they needed the help. You know, so it's not the people of Texas that object to it. It's the, you know, the upper 1%, the Republicans, the corporate profiteers. So this is having the problems with Texas and other states that are having gas problems is having a domino effect in other states. As of right now, in Alabama, my electrical bill went up to $334. Well, back in September, it was less than $30. And most of that was taxes. Last year at this time, my electrical bill was half of what it is this month. And, you know, considering the billing cycle, the effects from what's going on now is very limited. So coming with the next month's bill, I have no idea what to expect. And as you can see, I've been traveling, so at least part of the time I haven't even been home. I've got my water heater set on vacation setting and my thermostat set at 64. And it has not been getting that cold in Montgomery. You know, so, and the house is pretty well insulated that I live in. So, but I'm still expecting a very large increase in my gas bill, and probably my electrical bill as well. I really fear right now for the people across the country that are living on lower incomes and are going to be suffering through all of this. This is definitely time for our national, you know, oil, gas, coal, and electrical grid to be nationalized. Yes, it is time to socialize these things. At one time in this country, we had regulation of the power bills, and you know, there was price fixing up until sometime in the 70s or until Reagan came along. Probably until Reagan came along with all of his deregulation. I'm not sure when it ended, but that regulation ended, and now we're prone to all these wild swings. The electrical and gas companies can charge you whatever they want to charge you, and they charge you according to the profits, the greed of the oil, gas, and coal companies, plus their own stockholders demanding a profit on top of it. So this crisis is not just hitting Texas. Make no mistake, it is going to affect all of us in the long term. In some form, this crisis is going to affect all of us. You can already see gasoline, the price of gasoline, increasing considerably. Remember, the largest part of the oil refining industry for this country is based in Texas, in the areas that are being affected, largely around Houston, Texas City, and so forth. So the price of our gasoline across the country is going to rise even more than it is right now. So in the near future, within the next month or so, I would not be surprised to see $3 a gallon gas. In some areas, it may actually exceed $3. In some areas, it may have already exceeded $3. Anyway, we are in this together. And we need to view this as us being in this together. So yeah, we need to nationalize a number of industries. And I've said this before, but oil, gas, coal, and electricity, those are just some of them. Anyway, share this video, talk about these subjects. Please click like and subscribe. And if you can, please donate $1 a month to help expand the channel. And I will catch you in the next one.